Capote, and we're back sooner than I thought. But I really wanted to make this update to the deck profile because, well, the hero deck profile, which is what we're doing. We're doing the quick one in this video. If you want a more detailed explanation on card choices and why I ended up switching, well, I mean, I'm gonna explain why I ended up switching in this video too. But just in the description, there's going to be a link to more detailed, more explanation. This one's just going to be ratios because it's easy and it's good. I'm going to do some explanations of key cards because I think it's necessary, especially in this new format. But the reason I ended up switching the deck profile so soon is because I've been playing testing a lot online and with friends, and I genuinely think it's reasonable to say that Kashtira, even with all the hate, and branded Despia are going to be the best decks, with Sword Soul is a close second. So I think because of that, I made some changes to the deck, and here they are. So first, staying the same is 3 Elemental Hero Stratos. I think this is really important, especially in this build of the deck. Then 1 Liquid Soldier for versatility and the drawing thing that you can get off Sunrise, or well, off Liquid Soldier when he's used as feed material. Then 2 Shadow Mist because she is good. 1 Honest Neos because it gets easy to get you into the second DPE, although you can also use something like this. This is another change that I made to the deck. This is back in the main deck, the Spirit of Neos, Instant Contact, Marine Dolphin shenanigans, and the reason for that is because Branded Despia is most likely going to be the best deck because of how much hate there is for Kashtira. I just think because of that, Kashtira is going to sort of be like Branded Despia was when it first came out. It's going to be the best deck, but because of how much hate there is for it, it's not going to do as well. But it's going to be not as represented as Branded Despia, specifically because of the price point of Branded Despia. Branded Despia is super cheap. It is the only real expensive cards are maybe the newer fusions and the Guardian Chimera, but everything else is pennies. The Alubers are super cheap. The branded fusions are super cheap. All the extra deck monsters are super cheap. None of them are really expensive. You can get them as commons. You can get them as supers. It's really easy to get the deck, whereas Kashtira is like over $1,000, which is why I think even at pro, even in the pro, and if you're looking to go into more competitive events, I think Branded Despia is going to be more represented than Kashtira because everyone is going to plan for the heavy siding against Kashtira, right? Especially those duelists that are actually good. So this, I'll explain when I get to Marine Dolphin why this is important, because I'd rather explain it when I have the card in front of me. Then we have, well, it's there, but you know what I mean. Then we have 2 Ferris. I think Ferris, the Vision Hero line isn't as important anymore. 1 Increase, again, for the same reason. 2 Vion. Vion is still a really good card. 2 Malicious, 1 Dark Angel because of how prevalent Branded Despia is going to be. Yeah, they can tribute summon Abystial, but then you gotta tribute summon Abystial, and if they don't have the branded fusion in hand, that's kind of rough for them, and they gotta go really suboptimal. Then Denier, then Plasma, then 2 Nibru. This is really important because of another card that we're going to be playing, but also because it's really good against every single deck in the format. Sword Soul is mainly probably going to be starting off with Baron now because of how prevalent this card is going to be. But if they don't and they're just like, nah, you don't have it, then this card is going to really hose them. Or you can even do it before they summon the Baron sometimes if they go into the 10E stuff first. Then the Adusted Gold and Dark Calling. The deck is really tight. It's 44 cards. I usually play 42 cards because I like the number 42. It was the first deck that I ever did really well with and won something with was a 42 card deck, and I think it's good. I think it's nice. I like it. 40 cards is probably better, but this deck really just needs a lot to make it work in this format, so I'm trying to do my best. And Adusted Gold, I think if you want to cut something at all, this is an option for sure, but I don't think it's the best option because Bane is a really good at just clearing boards, especially the Branded Despia board. You go into all your you bait all their stuff, you go whatever, bait their Mirror Jade, and then you go into Bane at the end of your turn. And then if you happen to have a poly, you can bring back your Malicious and then go into DPE afterwards, which is just really good. So I think this is, even though people don't play this, I think it's slept on. I think it's really good. I'll give more of an explanation. Again, that was a bit of an explanation, but I give more of an explanation in the other video. Then instant contact. This is really important in this format, and I'll explain why when I get to the Marine Dolphin. Then 3 Ian Shuffle. Again, really important to get Spirit of Neos out, but also it's good for extending and getting stuff off. So if you open a bad hand, such as like the only thing you can do is normal summon Shadow Mist or Liquid Soldier, what you can do is then shuffle it away and go into Stratos and then start your combos, right? It's really good. And because you play Neos, it gets you a draw by shuffling back Neos, which means you can do it all again, which is fantastic. 3 Fusion Destiny because this card's busted. 3 Mass Change because even though Dark Law isn't the best this format, against rogue decks it's insane. It's still really good, and on top of that it helps you go for damage. I honestly think that if you're going to cut down on anything in this format, it's going to be the mass changes, because it's searchable with Shadow Mist. It's searchable a lot easier with the what's it called, with the Ian Shuffle. But if you want to cut anything, I would say cut that to 2, maybe even 1. Then 1 Miracle Fusion because the draw 2, discard 1 is just too good. Then this is why we're playing Nibiru, and this is why I think it's so important to play Nibiru. Everyone and their mother's cat is going to be playing Nibiru this format. It's just a given. Everyone's going to be main decking it. It's like the best interruption there is this format because no one has like a hard negate. Yeah, Mirror Jade clears your Nibiru afterwards, but who cares? Like you still get everything that you need cleared with the Nibiru, right? And because of that, I just think Crossout Designator is really important. It's really important to make sure you don't lose to Nibiru, especially when your main board is going to be something like set up Plasma and then pass. And the reason I don't play D-Force is because I think this is more important. Yeah, if they can target your, like, there are not that many cards that really out Plasma with DP on the board, and people aren't going to be maining Droplet because of how banish heavy Kashtira is. So I think that Crossout Designator, and because of that, I think Crossout Designator is going to be really important. Then I cut down to 1 poly because I want to fit other things in. I think 2 poly is still really good, but I think other things are more important. Then 3 A Hero Lives because it's really important. 2 E Emergency Call because I'd rather play the reinforcements of the army instead of the 3rd E Emergency Call, and I don't want to go up to 45 cards. That just seems bad. And now let's go into the extra deck. So now let's go over Marine Dolphin. What Marine Dolphin does is you can discard a card, look at your opponent's hand, and discard a monster that has less attack equal to the monster with the highest attack on your field. Now, why is this good? Because 1, it lets you look at your opponent's hand, which is insane. 2, it lets you discard a Bestial from Branded Despia. 3, it lets you discard Unicorns and any starters that they have from Kashtira. 4, it helps you see if they have a Nibiru in hand, and if you don't have a Crossout in hand, you can play around it by ending on something that you don't really want to end on, and then they're going to be like, yeah, I'll just Nibiru, and then you go like, okay, still in main phase, you continue combo and set up a decent board. I think this card's really important this format just because hand knowledge is going to be so key for this deck because of the Bestials, because of Nibiru, because of Imperms, because of just everything that's targeted as Kashtira hurts you too. And this is going to be really helpful, especially because it not only discards the card because you're going to have Neos on the field, which is 25, but even if they have Nibiru, it lets you know that they have Nibiru, which is always the worst thing when you don't know and you have to play around it, right? Then we have 1 Blast to make sure Stratos resolves and also to deal with problem spell cards like Macrocosmos or something. 1 Wonder Driver because we're not playing 2 Super Poly, 2 Poly anymore. 2 Destroy a Phoenix Enforcer. 1 Mastero Darklaw, or 2 Mastero Darklaw, sorry. Then 2 Two extra hero Cross Crusader, 1 evil hero Malicious Bane, 1 extra hero Dread Decimator, 1 elemental hero Sunrise, 1 elemental hero Dusty Gold, and 1 master hero Ash. This Escuriato is actually supposed to be a Destiny hero Dystopia. And the reason for that is because I hate going into time. I hate it so much. It's stupid. Time rules are necessary, but they're annoying when you don't have a way to win during time. And the Dystopia helps you win in time because it deals burn damage, which is the only way to win in time when you're going for time, right? And I think it's really important to at least have something to do that with. And that's the deck profile. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope it helps someone. Sorry for releasing a sort of not really complete one last time. I would say it was complete at the time, but then with more testing, I feel a lot more comfortable with this one than with the other one. And I really hope it helps someone. I really hope if you're a hero player and think like, damn, this deck is unplayable this format, you see this and think like, oh, hey, we can actually do something, which is, yeah, which we can. The deck, I heard one of, honestly, I think the deck is in a decent place. It's going to be rogue. It's not going to be tiered or anything, but I genuinely think that you can play this deck and do well at locals for sure. At regionals, maybe. Depending on if I'm right about this format. That's what I saw online and against people and with against better people than me that I think are better than me. They also think the same thing, so that sort of like reassures me a little. But anyway, if you guys want to talk about something, go down in the Discord, go down in the comment section, ask me any questions that you want. I'm happy to answer, and if you disagree about something, let me know, and then we can talk it out, and I can sort of tell you my point of view, but also like other people can tell you their point of view. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. Hope you have a great day. My cat cannot decide between loving me and attacking me. She just doesn't know what to do. She like goes between licking and just attacking, and there we go. Now she doesn't want me. Oh no, she wants to attack me. Okay.